Children don't just disappear, or do they? Listen to this, guys. And you think that sinkholes are just for like where the asphalt is or out in public where most people, that's only because those are the ones where people are, where there's the most population, guys. You think, oh, that don't happen. Oh, yeah, it does happen in the mountains. Here's a report from 2018, April 1st, 2018. Massive sinkhole growing in the Smoky Mountains to become second Grand Canyon. This morning, the National Park Service confirmed the existence of a growing sinkhole in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park. According to a press release from park officials, the sinkhole is not dangerous, but it will eventually rival the Grand Canyon in size. We have summarized the National Park Service official announcement below. Discovery of the sinkhole. As described in the press release, the sinkhole was first noticed on March 26, 2018, when volunteers from the Trails Forever crew was working in the national park's back country. The crew members were returning from a picnic lunch about a quarter of a mile away from their work site when they found that all of their equipment had been swallowed up by a gaping hole in the ground. Geologists from the National Park Service were alerted immediately, and after a visit to the site in question, the pit was identified as a sinkhole located near the Bone Valley Trail. The hole was around 0.7 miles long, 0.13 miles wide, and 0.2 miles deep at the time of its discovery. Since then, the sinkhole has grown exponentially. At the time of the press release, the center was 2.4 miles long, 1.64 miles wide, and 0.51 miles deep. The area surrounding the hole was already closed to the public for trail restoration work, so park officials opted to delay making an announcement until all of the data had been analyzed. Sinkholes, also known as, I can't pronounce that word, are naturally occurring depressions in the earth that are caused by a collapse on the surface layer of the ground in the Great Smoky Mountains. It is believed that millions of years of rainwater gradually eroded the slightly soluble bedrock found in large swaths of the National Park land. Although the erosion process can take place over millennia, the actual collapse preceding the formation of a sinkhole can be sudden and unexpected. Good morning, everybody. Hope all is well. Don't forget to go and subscribe, like, share, and when we're done, leave a comment, guys. Let me know what you think, what your opinion about this is. I'm going to be reading a report that was done in the Rogersville Review in Hawkins County back in January of 2021. It was actually published on January the 27th, 2021 by Steve Rourke. Listen up. It says, and then I'll tell you my thoughts on this and why I'm doing it when I get through. It says, the name of it, Sinkholes, Caves, and Springs, the Local Underworld. The geology of our area is unique in that it creates two worlds, a surface world and an underworld of caves, water, and stone. The type of terrain we live on is called karst and is characterized by rocky ground, caves and sinkholes, underground streams, and areas where surface streams disappear into the ground. This type of terrain is the result of the eroding effects of underground water on limestone. Here's what's needed to form a cave: a thick layer of dense limestone near the surface, plenty of rainfall, and good groundwater circulation. The eons of time, limestone calcium carbonate, dissolves fairly easy in slightly acidic water, which rainwater naturally is. Rainwater percolates along cracks in the limestone, dissolving it slowly and carrying it away. When a large enough crack forms, that allows water to flow, the erosion process speeds up and the cracks get wider and deeper until they form cave systems or underground stream channels. Where these stream channels return water to the surface, you have what are called springs. A good clean spring is greatly appreciated by those wanting a good cold drink out of the heart of the mountain. So much so, it's even bottled and sold. When a cave becomes large enough, its roof sometimes collapses near the surface and forms a depression called a sinkhole. Caves, springs, and sinkholes are all over our area, and many are connected together in the complex array of underground tunnels, cracks, and channels. It makes our area unique but fragile. These underground water systems are easily polluted from the surface because rainwater enters them so easily. Gasoline leaking from a storage tank or even old cans of paint can seep through the ground into an underground system and be carried thousands of feet to a well and contaminate the drinking water. And it goes on. I mean, it talks about people dumping garbage and whatnot in there. But that the poisoning the water isn't the part that I was thinking of. I'm thinking of, now keep in mind before everybody goes off and says, "Oh, it's a bull crap, it's bull crap." Listen, I'm not changing my mind about what I think as far as Don Wells goes, okay? But let's say that they had nothing in this baby disappearing. And obviously, okay, let's pretend that the cops are 100% on top of their game, TBI's on top of their game, FBI's on top of their game. Everybody's doing what they're supposed to be doing. Don and Candace did not have anything in their child disappearing. Nobody can find any signs whatsoever about what happened to this child. There's no evidence. There's no clothing, there's no bones, there's nothing, no sign of anything happening. They've had cadaver dogs all over the place, up in the mountains, everywhere. They cannot find what happened to this child. So let's take into consideration. I mean, this is about one of the few things that has not been thought of. I mean, yeah, we know that, oh, they took her up and put her in a cave somewhere, blah, blah, blah. And the Light boys or Frank Light's brothers supposedly rode the horse up there and checked the caves that only the Light boys know about. No, I'm talking about sinkholes, underground springs. Is it possible that Summer was out wandering around and literally fell through the earth? The ground gave way and she fell in. Um, Guys, like I was saying, sinkholes happen. Now, granted, Hancock County is not that close to Hawkins County, but we're talking all of East Tennessee has this same type of underground, underworld water systems, the limestone that, causes sinkholes. But as I was doing my research, I seen where in like just last year, like 8 months ago, Hawkins County had to go and help out in Hancock County where a dog fell into a 30-foot deep sinkhole that happened. And you'll see the pictures on the screen as they're going by. Tell me that couldn't have been that child. There's not much difference in the terrain or the ground the makeup of the ground. I'm not saying it correctly, but what the ground is made up of and what type, how it reacts during the weather. From Hawkins County to Hancock County to Cott County, it's all up and down East Tennessee. It's all the same. Is this a possibility? Could this child have fell into a sinkhole and the searchers just didn't cover that area, didn't see that sinkhole? Just, just an observation, guys. Just a question. And just to reiterate what I'm talking about, them not seeing the sinkhole. I was trying to explain this to somebody a little while ago, and the analogy that I used was, okay, I walked from my car through my yard into my house. I have lost a dollar bill somewhere. Okay, two or three people go help me look for that dollar bill in my yard. I say I've lost a dollar. They are all out looking for a dollar bill because that's what you would think of. When in all actuality, I lost a dollar, but it was a dollar in quarters. If those people are out there looking for a dollar bill and can't find it, they're going to say, well, we couldn't find it or we didn't see it. But of course, they didn't see it because they weren't looking for quarters. They were looking for a dollar bill. So if they went looking for Summer and they were looking for, like if she fell down in a well or whatever, if they weren't looking for a sinkhole, which could have possibly, once she fell in it, have collapsed in on top of itself, if they weren't looking for that specific thing, they may not have seen it or may not have found it. That's all I'm trying to say, guys. And I'll let you get on with the rest of the video. Sorry. Something happened to her. She got hurt. For whatever reason, she couldn't speak. She couldn't scream. Or if she did, by the time anybody was up to wherever she was at that could hear her screaming or crying, it was too late. I mean, it's just a possibility. It's something for people to think about. I know that they swear up and down they checked that property 11 different times. And they probably checked it for whatever. But were they checking for sinkholes? Did they move every piece of brush, tree limb, whatever, that a small child could have walked across, walked under, whatever? The ground gave way. She fell in. And because it's under a tree or it's under a limb that has fallen, or just use your imagination, guys. They didn't check it because, I mean, it's a ground. When there's a sinkhole, yeah, it looks like, there might be a hole there, but you don't think that the hole is going to be very deep. You think it's just a surface hole. Is there a possibility she could have fell through a sinkhole on that mountain into what the Rogersville Review themselves has said is there? The cave system, the water, underground system, the sinkholes that are located in Hawkins County, in Rogersville, all over that area. They are known for them. Could this have happened? And maybe I'm not using the right words. Maybe I'm not phrasing it right, what I'm trying to get across. But just think about it, guys. In 2 years, there has been nothing. Law enforcement has come up with nothing. Yes, I know we all believe in whatever form or fashion we all think that Dawn and Candace had something to do with something. But for 2 years, they have claimed their innocence. And in 2 years, nobody has come up with anything to prove that they are guilty or that they did anything. And in 2 years, law enforcement has come up with anything. Guys, there's got to be an answer out there about where this child went. And I'm just using my brain, racking my brain, trying to brainstorm, trying to figure out something. Did law enforcement Did the search teams, did search and rescue, did they look for sinkholes up there on that property? Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and give me a thumbs up, guys. Don't forget to subscribe, share the video. If you don't know the answers, or you think there might be somebody else out there that has an answer for this, share it. But tell me if you know if they have literally looked for sinkholes up on that property where that baby could have fell through. Let me know, okay? And I'll see you on the next video.